Welcome to the most expensive reality show on Earth. On today's episode of Who Wants to Wreck the Global Economy, the US and China are throwing down in a trade war so intense, China just declared itself ready for any type of war. And we're not talking about a Twitter feud here. This could impact everything from military spending to the price of your morning coffee. Now, let's talk about that any type of war comment, because usually when countries talk about trade disputes, they don't sound like they're about to start a bar fight. Look, trade wars are supposed to be about tariffs, taxes, and angry businessmen in suits, not, warships and missile drills. But China's choice of words? Let's just say it's not exactly reassuring. Now, before you panic buy everything at Costco, let's break down why this matters. If this trade war gets uglier, we're talking about more expensive goods, say goodbye to cheap electronics, disruptions in the global economy, bad news for investors, tensions in the military sector. Because why stop at just tariffs? Now, here's the part that really raises eyebrows. China isn't just talking big. It's increasing its military budget by 7.2% this year. That's a lot of money, about $245 billion, and analysts say the real number is probably even higher. So what's the cash for? More warships, because they love patrolling the South China Sea. More fighter jets, because air superiority is key. Advanced missiles, because they want to be ready for any situation. Meanwhile, the U.S. isn't exactly sitting on the sidelines. The Pentagon's budget? A cool $800 billion. Translation: this isn't just a trade war. It's an arms race, too. And when both sides start flexing their military muscles, history tells us things can spiral fast. Let's get real. When China pumps money into its military, the U.S. doesn't just sit back and hope for the best. Uncle Sam is out here making moves. So what's America doing? More naval patrols in the South China Sea, sending aircraft carriers closer to Taiwan, strengthening military alliances with Japan, South Korea, and the Philippines. It's basically a giant geopolitical chess game, except instead of losing a pawn, you risk World War III. But while China's boosting its military, it's also quietly injecting billions into its economy. Why? Because, let's be real, their economy has been struggling. Low consumer spending, a massive real estate crisis, and declining exports mean Beijing needs a big win. So, they're doing what any country does when the economy needs a boost, throwing a ton of money at it. The goal? Revive local industries, push tech innovation, and make sure they don't fall behind in the global race. If they pull this off, China could come back stronger than ever. And that's bad news for U.S. industries trying to compete. Now, if you think this is just about electronics and shipping delays, think again. China knows exactly where to hit the U.S., where it hurts. They just slapped new tariffs on American farm products, especially soybeans and pork. And you know who gets hurt the most? Farmers in the Midwest. For context, China is the #1 buyer of U.S. soybeans. When they pull out, American farmers lose billions. And guess what? That leads to political fallout in the U.S. Oh, and did I mention China controls the world's supply of rare earth minerals, the materials needed for EV batteries, semiconductors, and military tech? If they limit exports, the U.S. is in serious trouble because no minerals, no tech dominance. So, what happens now? Worst case? An economic and military standoff. Best case? The U.S. diversifies its supply chains, strengthens its economy, and secures key alliances. All right, we've talked about the risks, but let's flip the script. What if this trade war actually opens up opportunities for the U.S.? Because believe it or not, there are some big wins hidden in this mess. First up, reviving American manufacturing. If China starts restricting exports, that's a golden ticket for American factories to step up production. Companies already want to reshore, aka bring manufacturing back to the US, and this could speed up that process. More domestic production equals more jobs, more stability, and less reliance on foreign supply chains. Then we've got new trade partnerships. As tensions with China rise, the US is looking at alternate suppliers. Think India, Vietnam, Mexico. This could lead to stronger trade deals with countries eager to replace China in global supply chains. More diverse trade equals less risk and better bargaining power. Oh, and let's not forget tech and innovation. If China's tightening its grip on critical minerals, the U.S. could invest in domestic mining and processing tech. More innovation in AI, clean energy, and semiconductors means less dependence on foreign tech. And let's be real, Silicon Valley isn't going to let China win the tech race without a fight. Bottom line, while this trade war is a mess, it also forces the U.S. to adapt. If played right, it could strengthen the economy, create new industries, and even boost national security. Bottom line, this isn't over. China's pushing back, the US is responding, and the global economy is caught in the crossfire. But could this actually make the US stronger in the long run? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like and subscribe for more offbeat takes. Until next time, stay offbeat.